praise to Yahweh Hashem Mashiach Yahushai. Okay, we're going to go to Revelations 12th chapter. Okay, and as always, we always want to praise the Most High on the high holy day, the Shabbat, in Yahushai. Okay, as always, we teach, the Most High teaches us in the scripture that the Shabbat is, of course, one of the highest high holy days of the Most High. So we should, as Israel, as Yasha Allah, we should always recognize the high holy day, the Shabbat. Okay, Khan?
Right.
All right. So in Revelation 12th chapter, all right, we're going to go over that. Okay. And have Kalak Rakah read from Revelation 12 and 1. So everybody just get that. And remember, for the new brothers, try to remember, always bring your Bibles. All right, always bring your King James Version 1611 Bible. That's very important. Always bring your Bible. Don't ever come to the Shabbat service without your Bible. Okay, we don't use phones and all that in here. We use the written word, the actual word, the book, the Holy Bible. Okay, Khan? I mean, this is for the new brothers who are here. Okay. And so we're going to start with Kalak. Let's read Revelation 12 and 1. Start off with that.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 1. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. Right.
So this is, of course, John, all right, the disciple John, on, again, the island of Patmos. Okay, island of Patmos. John was isolated there by the Emperor of Rome. All right. This is during the time of Domitian. All right, by the Emperor of Rome. He was isolated there. And on an island of Patmos, the Most High is, in Yahushua, is bringing John, of course, the Word, and the Word is actually became the book of Revelation. All right, this is where John seeing the vision of the book of Revelation, you know, on the island of Patmos. This is about around 96 AD, 96, around that time, 95, 96. Okay, Khan? All right, and so this is Revelation 12th chapter. So John is seeing a vision, and it says, a woman clothed with the sun. Read that part again. Read 1 again.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 1. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars.
Right, so the woman here is representing Israel, Yasha Allah. Okay, Khan? All right, this is what the Most High is showing John. Okay. And as you know, when you read the scriptures, Israel is reckoned as a woman to the Most High. And that's why when you read Shenya, Jeremiah 6 and what do you say, 2? So that you can get some understanding. This woman, and why does the Most High recognize Israel as a woman? Because the scriptures say the Most High is married to Israel, to Yasha. All right, the Most High is married to Yasha. So the Most High reckons us as his wife. The whole nation of Israel, the 12 tribes, 12 sons of Jacob, the 12 tribes of Israel, the Most High reckons us as his wife. Okay, so there's, you know, people want to know, does the Most High got a wife? Is he married? Does he have a woman up there? No, Israel's his wife. Okay, come. Read that, Shenya, real quick. Just read out loud.
Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 2. I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman.
Yeah, say I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely, and comely means beautiful. Most High ain't gonna have no ugly woman, is he? So you don't want an ugly woman. Why would the Most High want an ugly woman? So comely and delicate, and a man wants his wife to be what? Delicate, unless you want somebody rough and tough and stronger than you, right? No, your man don't want a woman like that, right? You want the woman delicate. You want her beautiful, right? Pretty looking. That's how the Most High wants his woman too. Yasha Allah. Con?
Right.
All right. And then Shania, real quick, get Jeremiah 3, I believe it's 3:15.
What?
Where the Most High says he's married to Israel. Or 3 and 12.
No.
14.
Jeremiah 3:14. Okay, read that right quick.
Yeah. Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 14. Turn, O backsliding children, saith the Most High, for I am married unto you.
Does the Most High have a wife? Con, he has a wife. Okay, so if someone asks you a dumb question, does the Most High have a wife in the heavens or whatever? Say, yeah, the Most High is married, but he's married to Yasha, the nation of Israel. Con? So when you go back to Revelation 12 and 1, it says a woman clothed with the sun. So that's Yasha Allah. That's the 12 tribes of the sons of Jacob, the 12 sons of Jacob, the 12 tribes of Israel. And so it said with the sun and moon. Sun and moon representing what?
The womb.
It's representing what? No, keep your hand down. Representing what? Wisdom and knowledge. Okay? Clothed with wisdom and clothed with knowledge from the Most High. Con? Okay? And we know our wisdom and knowledge is what? Keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Okay? Because the scriptures teach us that's our righteousness in the eyes of the world. All right? In the eyes of all the other nations in the earth, all wisdom and knowledge is what? The law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. All right? So if you say you got a BA degree in engineering, okay, fine. But do you have the knowledge and wisdom of the Most High? Okay? So the knowledge and wisdom of the Most High is the commandments. All right? Now you may have worldly knowledge, you may have worldly wisdom. That's one thing. But the true knowledge and wisdom of the Most High is the law, statute, commandments. All right? Okay, Con? So that's the woman clothed in sun and the moon under her feet. And it said what? There was what? A crown of 12 stars given to this woman? The crown of 12 stars. The stars are representing who?
Israel.
It's representing Israel. How do we know that the stars is talking about Israel? When you go back to Genesis, Con? Genesis 37 and 9 teaches you that Israel was known, or the 12 sons of Jacob were known as stars. All right, so we're going to read Genesis 37 and 9th verse.
Genesis chapter 37, verse 9. And he dreamed yet another dream, and told it his brethren, and said, Behold, I have dreamed a dream more. And behold, the sun and the moon and the 11 stars made obeisance to me.
Yeah. So this is Joseph dreaming his dream, right? Remember Joseph dreamed the dream? And when he dreamed that dream, and this is before he was sold into Egypt as a slave, before his sons sold him to the Ishmaelites. The Ishmaelites sold him to the Egyptians as a slave, right? He dreamed this dream, and he said, "These stars, all right, are gonna be obedient unto me. Make obeisance unto me." And of course, that happened. All right, the 12 sons later on came with Jacob. All right, the 70 souls came into Egypt. And who was over all of Egypt? Joseph, except for Pharaoh. But other than that, it was Joseph. And so the 12, the sons had to be obedient unto Joseph, because Joseph was like the vice president. Today he would be like the vice president. I'm gonna tell you frankly, he would be like the vice president. Right? So was Joseph a sellout? I'm gonna tell you, Joseph was not a sellout. The Most High put him in that position. All right. And he always kept his understanding of the Most High, and always kept his faith in the spirit of the Most High. Even though, and Joseph knew all the languages of Egypt, he knew all the culture and custom of Egypt. As a matter of fact, he was the one that instituted some of the culture. I understand, Con? And so But he never lost respect for the Most High and faith in the Spirit of the Most High in Yahushua. He never lost that. Okay? Because the Most High put him in that position. And Joseph remembered where he came from. He remembered where he came from. Remember, he was sold as a slave. Okay? And then rose up very high. And when you read the history, rose up very high. Okay? And to become second in command of all Egypt. All right? And he was also an interpreter of dreams. Because he was somebody that the Most High gave that talent to be able to interpret dreams. And this particular dream, he said, well these my 12 brothers, they're going to be obedient unto me. It's going to ultimately happen. This is the dream that he had. And so they were known as stars. And that's what you read in Genesis 37 and 9. Okay, so when you go back to Revelation, right? 12 and 1, now read 12 and 1, the whole thing all over again.
And Revelation chapter 12 verse 1. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars.
See, upon her head a crown of 12 stars. So the 12 stars are the 12 sons of Israel. 12 sons of Jacob, which became the nation of Israel. So that's what that's talking about. Now we can go into the second verse now. Go ahead.
And she being with child cried, travailing in birth, and pain to be delivered.
Okay. Now she being with child cried, travailing in birth, and pain to be delivered. How about that? Now this woman that's married to the Most High is pregnant with a child. How about that? Pregnant with a child. Now this is referring and goes back to when Joseph and Mary, when Mary was pregnant with Hamashiach, it's referring to that. But it's gonna lead you to the understanding that it's not talking about Mary anymore. All right, it's not talking about just Mary anymore, but it's referring to that. Okay, all right, it's referring to that. So it says again, and she being with child cried, travailing in birth and pain to be delivered. So the woman is who?
Israel.
The woman is Israel. So Israel is pregnant. It's having a baby. Travail to be delivered. So get what is it? Get Isaiah 66 and 7. I just want to show you this. Because the Most High speaks about Israel travailing in birth many times. Speaks about Israel travailing in birth many times. But I'm going to show you, it's leading up to Israel. It's talking about Israel, but I'm going to just show you this. That it's not only talking about referring to Mary when Mary was pregnant with Yahushua, but it's also referring to Yasha'Allah, because Yasha'Allah is the woman and the she is talking about Israel. Okay, read that out.
Isaiah 66 verse 7. Before she travailed.
Before she travailed. What does travail means? Means a woman that is pregnant going through what? Labor pains. Labor pains. Okay. Go ahead.
Before she travailed, she brought forth. Before her pain came, she was delivered of a man-child.
She was delivered of a man-child. How about that? All right. She was delivered of a man-child. So the she is Yasha'Allah. That's Israel. Okay. Now go back, and we're going to come back to it, but go back to Revelation. Okay. And so we're going to go to Micah 5, 5th chapter. And it would be the 3rd verse. Micah 5th chapter and 3rd verse. Okay, in the book of Micah.
Micah 5th chapter.
And the 3rd verse. Read that for us.
Micah chapter 5 verse 3. Therefore will he give them up until the time that she which travaileth have brought forth.
Till she which travaileth, right, have brought forth. See? She which travaileth have brought forth. Now it's referring to Mary, right? Okay, the Most High put the Spirit on Mary and Joseph, right? And they were going to bring forth the Mashiach Yahushua. All right? And of course, she travailed in birth and everything and had Yahushua. But it's also referring to, right, Yasha Okay? And it's referring to Yasha in these last days. In these times, we're going to travail in birth. Go real quick.
That's why it said a man child, not a little baby.
Exactly.
Right.
Not a little baby no more. Yahushua is not a little baby no more. All right? So just try to understand that, okay? Okay, you finished that?
Loud.
Yeah, go ahead.
Then the remnant of his brethren shall return unto the children of Israel.
How about that, see? The remnant of his children shall return unto the children of Israel. Okay? So it's referring to Joseph and Mary, Mary bringing forth Yahushua, having Yahushua, okay? Travailing in birth, having Yahushua. But now when you read in Revelation, that brings it to another level, okay? A higher level. Now it's talking about Yasha Allah. And we're the woman, right? Yasha Allah's the woman, just travailing in birth. Okay, it played itself out through Mary. Now it's going to play out again through the whole nation. Okay? All right? And we're not bringing forth no baby. It's not going to be a baby. All right, Con? So that's what to show you that. Now we're going to go back to those other two scriptures in a few minutes. Okay? So that was the second verse. Con? And so it said, well, let's read the second verse one more time.
Revelation chapter 12 verse 2. And she being with child cried, travailing in birth.
Yeah, see, she cried. Why is this woman crying? Yeah.
Yeah, Jacob's trouble.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
Come. That's a good answer. Very good answer. Jacob's trouble. The tribulation period. Yeah. When Jacob's trouble, are we in Jacob's trouble yet? Hell no. These niggas ain't going through nothing yet. These niggas live comfortable. They living good. They living good out. Okay? But wait, let's see when Jacob's trouble comes. How, it said cry. Okay? Being with child cried. Okay, we're gonna be wailing to the Most High, help. Deliver me through this. We're gonna be crying to the Most High. Okay, just like a woman when she's in travail, labor pains. Then just when you hear her, right? Oh Lord, oh please, see? Crying because of labor pains. Yeah.
They're saying if it stays the same as the way it is right now, the food stamps are
It's gonna cut off, right? You see, they already shut down the government. The government's shut. People are not getting paid. People are not gonna be able to pay their bills. Give it a few more weeks. If it's still shut, you're gonna see some seriousness now. It's gonna be serious. Because people can go a week or two, but not a whole month. Not 6 weeks. Understand? Because when the electric bill comes, then this $500 or $1,000, you know what I'm saying, lights get shut off. All right? Understand? When your gas start getting cut off, understand? Then you start, wait a minute, where am I going to get my next, my money to pay these bills off? See? Where am I going to get hot water from? What am I going to do? You need, people need their cars. How am I going to pay my car payment? See? And then they're demanding that these people still come into work. They're demanding they still come into work. See? Then you're going to see some crying. See? The child, being with child, cried. Then you're going to see some crying. See the food stamps? That's going to be cut off too. Yeah. People are starting to feel that. Yeah, give it another 3, 4, 5 weeks. If it's still shut off, you're going And from what I see that this government is experimenting. So they got Trump. You know, the Jesuits are behind Trump. That's why Trump is so confident. You know what I'm saying? I ain't moving it. Democrats, give me that money for the war. I'm not going to move. You know what I'm saying? Government shut down. I'm still not moving. They just got to deal with it. Because why? The Roman Catholic Church and the Jesuits are behind Trump, and they're telling Trump, this is what we want you to do.
God.
All right? But ultimately, who is it? Huh? The Most High. Because look, like you said, like the brother said, right, Shania, Jacob's trouble has to come. We cannot get out of it. It has to come. It has to come. In order for the prophecy to happen, Jacob's trouble has to come. And it says this woman is going to travail. You got to feel the labor pain, brother. If you're not feeling it, something ain't right. And the prophecy ain't going to happen. If you ain't feeling it, you ain't crying, then something is wrong here. And our people, they're not feeling it. Yeah, they're not feeling it. They're not feeling it yet. Jacob's trouble, you will feel it. Yeah.
As you read through the scriptures, every time a prophet was crying to the Most High, that's when he answered too.
That's when he answered, right.
Like David.
Yeah. How about that? Come on. So, the same thing here. And I'm telling you, I hope the Most High keeps it in these Edomites, in President Trump, in Congress, the Senate, the Jesuits, the Roman Catholic Church, whoever's ordering this thing, I hope he just keeps it going. Keep the government shut down. I'm hoping, yeah.
And it's being revealed too that a lot more of Esau now is living check to check.
Check to check. It's actually being revealed too.
It's being revealed. They're feeling it.
Yeah. Because they're going to suffer too. They're going to suffer. It's only the elite that's going to, not feel this thing. The Senate still gets paid. Congress still get paid. But you're talking about the other workers, understand? They don't get paid. That work for the government, but they don't get paid. Over 1,000, 800,000? And then a million people not getting paid. And then I think some of the military come. So all these different types of workers are not getting paid. The TSA workers. Can you come into that? I can't. I'm kind of sick. Yeah, because how you gonna work and not get paid? Come on. How you gonna do that? And they expect you to do that. So that's go ahead.
They also mentioned about Section 8 too. They're drastically cutting.
It's cutting it. So all these things are starting to being cut. Then Israel gonna start to feel the fire because they're living too comfortable now. Right? I mean, and then you got some of our people that take advantage of the public assistance and all that, right? They haven't worked for years. Just living off public assistance and welfare, food stamp, disability, all that stuff. Section 8, all that stuff. Just living a good life. And then you still don't want to come into the truth. You still don't want to recognize, the Most High's word. You don't want to recognize your this way. You know what I'm saying? So the Most High said, no, I got to cut this off. It's time. It's time. So it's time. So, Shinya, get Jeremiah 30:7. Let's read that right quick.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 7. Alas, for the day is great.
The day is great. Go ahead.
So that none is like it.
None is going to be like it. See? None is going to be like it. So do you see that now? They're living too comfortable. Every day is like basically the same to them. They get their welfare check, they get their food stamps, they go out shopping, and you go to the malls, you see them. So is there a sense of urgency with our people? No. No sense of urgency. Okay, there's no sense of urgency at all. Okay? Not on the level where they are beginning to recognize and wake up to the Most High's word. Not on that level. Yeah, when one of them gets shot in the streets of America, they may complain a little bit about that, but then they go back to sleep.
Right.
All right? Do a little protest and then go right back to sleep.
Right.
Next one gets shot up, get killed, go right back to sleep. Do a little protest, go right back to sleep. Right? Even though it's happening on now a mass scale, but our people are still asleep. All right? So, no sense of urgency. Go ahead, Shinya.
So that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble.
See? It's even the time of Jacob's trouble. That means the scripture said none is going to be like it. So it's going to be a day that's never have been ever before in the history that the Most High created people on this earth. It's going to be that type of day. Do you see that happening? That ain't happening. You got people talking about, yeah, we're in the 7 seals, we're in the plagues. No, we're not. No, we're not. You're too comfortable. Look at these people out here.
Right.
All right? Where is it? The scripture says there's going to be 1,000 dying on your left side, 1,000 on your right side. Where's that at?
Right.
Where's that at? That's literal, brother. That's literal. But no harm shall come near thee. That's in the Most High. No harm. Where's that at? I don't see that. Okay, so that day didn't come yet, but it's coming. Go ahead, Shan. Was that it?
But he shall be saved out of it.
Yeah, see? Who's going to be saved out of it?
Israel.
Yeah, Israel.
Son.
Or the chosen of Israel. Because we know, 2/3, right? 2/3 are going to suffer what? The destruction, the death, the bloodshed, and the destruction. 2/3 are going to suffer that. So that's like Yahweh said, he thanked the Most High, the ones that thou hast given me, they are thine, they are mine. Understand? The elect of Israel. Okay? So now when you go back, right, to Revelation, right, 12:2, and she being with child cried. See? So now we're at the point where now Yahshua is crying to the Most High. You don't see that now. You don't see it on that level now. Okay, crying to the Most High. And this more than likely is going to be during the 7-year tribulation period. That crying stage. Where we, as a nation, we cry to the Most High. Because that's Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble will be in that 7-year tribulation period. Time of Jacob's trouble. Okay? So travailing in birth and pain to be delivered. Okay? Now we're going to read on down the 3rd verse.
Verse 3. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon.
How about that? Now there's another wonder in heaven. How about that? Another wonder. Now remember, John is seeing these visions. They say over 2,000 years ago, right? He's seeing these visions. That's why it said, the scripture says he was in the spirit on the Lord's day. He was in the spirit. Okay, Con?
Son.
Now you may say, well, I'm in the spirit. Now we're not talking about that. We're talking about he's actually in the spiritual world. Because he wouldn't be able to handle this in a regular physical body. He had to go into the spiritual world and then the Most High to show him. Imagine you seeing a great dragon. You're like, what the hell? You drop dead, brother. You would drop dead. And in your physical body, you seen what the Most High showed John, you would drop, you couldn't handle it. All right? Your spirit would be all messed up. So the Most High got to sometimes take the prophet out of the body and bring him into the spiritual world, then show him. Then he's strong enough to handle it.
Son.
Understand? That's why sometimes it says that the prophet was in a trance. That's because he probably wasn't there. He was probably somewhere else. But it's just, the angels just keep his vital signs, keep everything going, but his spirit wasn't there. He was somewhere else. You understand what I'm saying? Because you wouldn't be able to handle it. Think about all this what John was seeing. Right? This is a type of vision that you had to be up there in the spiritual world to handle. Couldn't be here on the earth to handle that. Yeah, you're not capable. You're not in. You know what I'm saying? We're not capable. All right. And then he had to. Then when the Most High bring him back down to it in his body, now he has to figure out what he's going to write.
Yeah.
How am I going to describe what I just seen?
Son.
How am I going to describe it? You understand? That's why prophets describe things in the terminology they had back then.
Right.
Now today we have this. Now we got to break. Well, what the heck is he trying to say here? You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it takes us years.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can figure it out. That's why you got Bible concordances, encyclopedias, and so forth to break down what does that word mean today. How they use the terminology back then. You're talking about 2000, not only 2000, That was 2,000 years ago during the time of disciples and stuff. But we're talking about 3,000, 4,000, right? Ago, the terminology they use is different from what we use now. Okay? They see something flying, an object, they'll call it a chariot. But you don't call it a chariot, you call it a what? An airplane? You know what I'm saying? You'll call it, you know, whatever. See? You don't call a automobile a chariot. You call it a car. Automobile, right? But they call it a chariot. You understand? They call it a chariot. So, and then of course in the Hebrew, cut. So we had to, these days you have to break it down. That's why studying the scriptures is very important. All right. So this is what John is seeing. I appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a what? Great red dragon. Red. What color was he? Red. It said red. Red. He was red. Now, is John seeing this in hell? Is there a dragon? Is there a dragon under the earth with a pitchfork? The dragon is who? No, the dragon is Satan, right? What the Bible calls Satan. Satan means adversary. Okay? So here, the dragon here is talking about Satan. That's what I was talking about. But it's a great red dragon. Right? So, why is he red? What does like blood, what color is blood? Red. And remember the scriptures say that he was a murderer from the beginning? Right? So the blood, the color red denotes what kind of character he is. Bloody. Great red dragon. All right. And also, red is the color of what? Sin. Scarlet. Okay. Red is, the Bible calls it, says scarlet. That's red in color. And sin, get Isaiah 3, just to give you an understanding why it says red dragon. Isaiah 3. No, Isaiah 1. Get Isaiah 1:18. Isaiah 1:18.
Isaiah chapter 1 verse 18. Come now and let us reason together, saith the Most High. Though your sins be as scarlet.
As what?
As scarlet.
What is scarlet?
Red.
It's the color of red. Understand? Though your sins be as scarlet, like bloody. In other words, your sins deserve what? It deserves death. It deserves bloodshed, because that's the magnitude of your sin. Your punishment for your sin deserves death. Okay? So that's the magnitude of your wickedness. All right? So also, Satan represents that color, red. Understand? Because of the magnitude of his wickedness, evil. Okay? Go ahead, I'll finish that.
They shall be as white as snow, though they be red like crimson.
See, crimson also. What color is crimson?
Red.
Red. Okay, go ahead.
They shall be as wool.
They should be as wool. So his color is red. Satan's color is red. The dragon's color is red because it denotes the magnitude of his wickedness. All right? Not because everybody says, well, the devil is red with a pitchfork and he comes from hell. Where did John see this? So there appeared another wonder in heaven. Understand? All right. Where is Satan right now? The spiritual Satan. He's in the spiritual world. He's in the spiritual world. He's not up there with the Most High per se. Not up there with the Most High. Because ever since Yahushua became the son of the Most High and sitting on the right-hand side of the Most High, Satan can't be up in that dwelling anymore. So he's at a lower level, but still in the spiritual world. Con? He's at a lower level, but still in the spiritual world. All right? And yeah, he has demonic angels at his command and everything. And the scriptures do say that he runs every nation. Because he showed Yahushua all nations of the earth. But we do know the Most High is over, of course, is running everything. But right now it's given into the hands of Satan. Satan's running all these nations.
Right.
All right, Satan runs all these nations. All right, so, but we do know coming down now to the final end of this thing, the Most High is going to destroy the wickedness and evil and what Satan has done on this earth. He's going to destroy that, and then, of course, institute the righteousness and the law, statutes, and commandments. But as of right now, Satan's running everything now. Satan, spiritual Satan, he's running everything. And so the red denotes what? The magnitude of his wickedness. All right? And so now you say, well, who's ruling the earth right now? Esau. And Esau came out what?
Red and hairy.
He came out red and hairy. So it would seem like Esau is like the physical counterpart of Satan, right? But can Satan come in any form? God, he can come in any form, right? He can come looking like an angel. He can come. You think when he came to Adam and Eve as a serpent back then, when you're reading the scriptures in Genesis, right? Did he come looking red and did he come? No. He came looking like a black man. Came looking like that. Because his whole thing was, he beguiled Eve, deceived her. So he had to come looking like, one of her brethren, one of her people. So he can come in any shape, form, anything. Right? So you see that, they show you in some of these Hollywood movies. Right? Esau, Satan can jump out in Esau and then jump into a jig. And them spirits can jump in and out. Other people, they can take any form. So that's why you got to be very careful. That's why you don't want them to jump. You don't want them to jump in you. So you got to be very, very careful. That's why you got to walk circumspectly, because those demonic forces can jump in and out of people, animals, anything. Right? They show in that movie. Denzel Washington played in that movie called Fallen.
Yeah.
Fallen angels, right? It's fallen. That's why they call it fallen. They're talking about the Nephilim, the angels that fell, okay, and rebelled against the Most High. All right. Esau is looking for those demonic angels now. He's looking for them. He's trying to conjure them back up and come into the earth again. All right, and those spirits are here. They're still here. A lot of those spirits are here. Some of them are seducing spirits, the scriptures say. But he's looking for those top fallen angels, demons, those fallen ones. That's what Esau looking for them. Okay, and he's trying to conjure it up and bring them back into the earth, because he knows he's headed for the tribulation period. He knows he's headed for his last end. So he's trying to conjure them and bring them back into the earth. All right, in these last days. So they're real. And so this is what John is seeing. That dragon, that red dragon. Okay. So now, read on up. Read this. What's that? This
Verse 3.
Yeah, third verse again.
All right. Revelation chapter 12, verse 3. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his head.
Right. See, that great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns. All right. So when you go back into the history in Revelation, go to Revelation 17. There's one point in this scripture that teaches you and shows you that these 7 heads are 7 individuals. Okay, when you read that verse again, the 3rd verse in 12.
And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his head.
Now, how do you know they're individuals? In that scripture, how do you know these are individuals? It says 7 what? What's upon their heads? Crowns. There's 7 individual dragons or heads. They're gonna have that spirit of the dragon in them. Put it like that. And when they come into the earth, they'll become like a antichrist. Okay, Con?
Go ahead.
7 crowns on their heads, meaning they're gonna be leaders or world leaders or whatever. Con?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Understand? So these 7 heads are going to be world leaders, and they're not necessarily going to be, let's say, coming out of, let's say, one nation or whatever. It doesn't have to be at a certain, let's say, it'll be through a certain dispensation of time. Do we know that Yahushua came through the seed of David? Con? But Yahushua also said that he was the first, right? So do we know that Yahushua, the spirit of Yahushua was in Adam? We know that, Con? The spirit of Yahushua was also in who? Who else? The son of Solomon, Con? And also, who else's son was it? Abraham had Isaac. So, just like you know, Satan is like an imitator. He wants to be the Most High so bad, right? He wants to imitate the Most High. That's what it is. That's why they call him. That's why they say anti-Hamashiach, anti-Christ. Because he wants to be like Yahushua. He wants to be like the Most High. So, when it says 7 heads and they had 7 crowns, you know, throughout history, there also was antichrists also. And the actual son of Satan. So just like you had the son of the Most High, and we know the son of the Most High is Yahushua, but we know it was also in Adam, in Isaac, in Solomon. Then he came as Yahushua. But that devil was there too. All right, that beast, that antichrist, he was there too. In different nations. He was the head of different nations. All right. Who was the head over Babylon? The first overhead of Babylon. Just give me one answer. Nimrod. You ever read the history of Nimrod? Read that history. His name means what? No. It means the rebellious one. Rebel, the rebel. He rebelled against the Most High and became that one of those first antichrists in the earth. You had Cain also. Okay. Scripture said, don't be like Cain, who was of what? Huh? That wicked one. The antichrists throughout the span of time, throughout history. Go ahead, up.
I have a question. It says they have 10 horns. So 5 of them had horns, the other 2...
No. 10 horns is something different.
That's something different?
Yeah, I'm just giving the 7 heads first.
Oh, okay.
The 10 horns is something different, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, 10 horns is something different. All right? But just so you can understand, the 7 heads They had crowns on their heads now. Okay, they had crowns, so they were leaders. They were world leaders. They were head over empires. And we do know Nimrod was one of them. Okay, and in my book on Revelation, I name some of the 7 who I think they are. I'm not going to name it now, but I do. Nimrod is one of them. Okay, Khan? Nimrod is one of them, for definitely. Okay, Khan? All right. And so how do we know that these are 7 individuals? Because the Bible teaches you. And now you get Revelation 17. And I believe it's 17 and 9.
Revelation chapter 17, verse 9. And here is the mind which hath wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains, on which the woman sitteth.
Right, go ahead.
And there are 7 kings.
How many?
7 kings.
Right. Now the 7 mountains is something else. I'm going to show you who those are, but that's something different from the 7 kings. Okay, the 7 mountains. Okay, but it's really the 10th verse is really what you want out of this. And read the 10 again.
And there are 7 kings.
7 kings. See? So how do we know the individuals? Because why? It says what? 7 what?
Kings.
Yeah. Okay. Kings. Individual men throughout history that were beasts, antichrists. You understand? Okay, go ahead, up.
5 are fallen.
Say 5 are fallen. Okay, go ahead.
And 1 is.
1 is. The 1 is at this time. This is during the time of John. John is writing this, so he's saying that 1 is. 1 is current. How about that? We're living with 1 right now. You're living with the devil, a demon, a beast, an antichrist. And at that time, Domitian was emperor of Rome. Was Domitian one of them? Well, he was emperor of Rome. Do you understand? Okay, but it said 1 is. So at that time, Domitian was emperor of Rome. Come? Okay. Go ahead, up.
And the other is not yet come.
This other. There's got to be another one that's coming too. Now we do know that anybody that follows the beast or the antichrist is what? Pretty much like antichrist themselves.
Good.
But it's not talking about it. It's talking about the beast himself. Con? He's been in the earth many times too. How about that? All right. Read the history of Nebuchadnezzar, the devil. The Bible speaks of. You might look at him. Read the history about King H.O.D.C, Jezebel's father. H.O.D.C means son of Satan. Understand? Son of the devil. Understand? He was the devil. That's why, who you think told him to go marry King Ahab? Who think told her to go marry King Ahab? Influence him. Her father. That's how she was able to get to the throne in Israel. All right? Her father said, you're going to marry the king. King Ahab. And you're going to, use flatteries, whatever you have to use. You know what I'm saying? Look cute, look pretty, whatever you got to use. Guess who ruled the throne? King H.O.D.C, through his daughter who married King Ahab. The devil. So you can look at Antiochus Epiphanes. The devil. You're gonna look at a lot of them, brother. Okay. You can look at Pharaoh, the one during the time when he gave the order that the children should be that are born should be killed. Yeah. Look at that one. I think it was Amenhotep. Look at Amenhotep, the second, I believe. Con? All right. You can look at them. But throughout the span of history, you had the beasts, antichrists. You had 7 kings. 5 are fallen. 1 is, and 1 is to come. That's the 1 is to come is what? Today, these times.
Come.
It's talking about these times now. He's to come. All right? And we're right upon that time now when you read in Revelation 6 and 1, right quick. Revelation 6 and 1. You're going to hold that, but it's Revelation 6 and 1.
Reading from the book of Revelations, chapter 6, verse 1. And I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard as it were the noise of thunder, one of four beasts saying, Come and see.
Come see this. All right, go ahead.
Verse 2. And I saw, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him.
Now, where do we read that word crown? Revelation 12 and 3. Come, 7 crowns, right? So now, when you read Revelation 6 and 2, it's talking about an individual that's on this white horse. That's how we know that they're individuals, 7 individuals. That were at one time world leaders or over empires, kings, whatever. Do you understand? Now this is the 7th. This is the 7th one. All right. He's going to appear on the scene when Yahushua opens the seals. That's when, cause that's the first seal. How about that? That's the first seal.
6 more to go.
You got 6 more to go after that, but that's the first one. So damn, this devil, he's the first one. Yeah.
What does the white horse represent in that individual that you would? What would it represent in that man? What white horse meaning? Like,
Yeah, because in the scriptures it says that Yahushua is on a white horse, right? So again, what is the beast? The anti. He has to imitate
Christ.
Yeah. He's going to imitate Yahushua. Okay? Is the beast going to come and say, I'm the beast? Is he going to say, I'm Satan's son? No, he's not going to say that. He's going to say what? I'm good. I'm for all y'all. I love you all. He's gonna come with cunning words. Read Daniel 8:25. He's gonna come cunningly. He's gonna come with words of what? Scripture say peace. Because Yahushua is what? The Prince of Peace. Again, he has to come like that because he knows that's what people are looking for. So he has to come like that. But it's all is what? Deception. So he's coming on a white horse. And he has a bow in his hand. Didn't say bow and arrow. It just said bow. Because an arrow means you know what type of killing instrument it is. Yeah. But if it's just a bow, it could be any type of killing instrument that comes after it. You understand? So how are they killing us today? Everything. Diseases. That's a killing instrument. Inoculation. That's a killing instrument. You understand? Bacteria. That's a killing instrument. Viruses. Another killing instrument. Understand? All that type of stuff.
The food you eat.
The food you eat, killing instrument. Right. Poisons, killing instrument. And also we know they have their weapons, right? The sword, their modern day weapons, killing instrument. Right? But they could kill you any type of way. That's what it means, a bow. Right? So it could be multiple ways how he gonna destroy people and kill people, right? Okay, go ahead out and finish that.
Verse,
You read the whole thing? Okay, read the whole thing one more time.
okay, verse 3. And when he
No, read the whole thing, second verse.
Second verse. And I saw, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him.
Okay, so he has a crown on his head, so that's how we know that he was crowned. He was crowned emperor, he was crowned king, he was crowned president, crowned whatever, but he's crowned. He was given authority. He was given authority to rule over people. Okay, go ahead.
And he went forth conquering and to conquer.
Right, he's a conqueror. All right, so he's been given the authority to go ahead and conquer nations, conquer people, destroy people. That's the first seal. So when you go back to Revelation 17 and 10, it says, one is not yet to come. Go ahead, up.
Revelation 17 verse 10. And there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and 1 is, and the other is not yet come.
Yeah, there you go. See, 5 already fallen, meaning throughout history, these empires have already fallen, and their kings, and whoever that beast was, whoever those 7 was, they've fallen already. All right? 1 is, so more than likely the current ruler of the Roman Empire at that time, which was Dominican. Okay? And then 1 is not yet to come. Revelation 6 and 1. That's him. Whoever it is, that's him. Come? And then when you get 1 John, Shania, real quick, 1 John 2:18. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Finish it off.
And when he cometh, he must continue a short space.
There you go. So when he comes, he must continue a short space, and more than likely that short space would be the 7-year tribulation period. Come? All right. Now John, 1 John 2:18.
In the book of 1 John, chapter 2, verse 18. Little children, it is the last time.
See, it's the last time I'm telling you this. How many times do I gotta tell you? See, that's what Yahushua is saying. When all you do is say, this is the last time, but he's really saying, how many times I gotta tell you? It's the last time I'm telling you. I'm not gonna tell you no more. Go ahead.
As ye have heard,
You've heard it already. I told you before. Go ahead.
that Antichrist shall come.
It's coming. See? But all you that say, this vision is not going to be in our time. This prophecy is not going to happen now. That's 1,000 years from now. It's not going to happen now. See? You got all people that say that, the Christian churches. And then Christian churches are praying for peace and all that. And hopefully, you know, pray for Trump so he build the wall. Come on. Pray for Israel. For what? See? So the Messiah is saying, right, that he's going to come and he's going to bring these prophecies to pass. And the vision shall not be afar off. The vision is going to be now. The vision of every prophecy shall happen now. Go ahead, up.
That Antichrist shall come.
He shall come. Go ahead.
Even now, are there many Antichrists?
Okay. And the ones who follow him are considered Antichrist. Okay. So that's why it tells you, when you go to 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, and about, you know, the 3rd or 4th verse, it'll tell you. Go there right quick. Chanel, you got it? I'm going to say you come.
2 Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 3.
Go ahead.
Let no man deceive you.
Don't let no man deceive you. All right? This is why Yahushua says, it's the last time I'm telling you this. Go ahead.
Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come.
It shall not come except what?
Except there come a falling away first.
Except the falling away has to come. So we had to fall first. We had to go into captivity. So the day that we're looking for is what? The day of our salvation and redemption. The day, you know, the kingdom. We're looking for that. But the Yahushua said it's not going to come except this happened first. We had to fall first. Go ahead, Shanya.
There come a falling away first. That man of sin be revealed.
Who's going to be revealed?
That man of sin be revealed.
It has to be revealed, brother. It has to be. He has to be revealed. And he's going to be revealed in the flesh too. In the flesh. You're going to see him with your eyes. Revealed meaning you see him with your eyes.
Come.
Yeah. Come?
Come.
It's going to be the beast, the devil, the son of Satan. Okay, go ahead, Shanya.
The son of perdition.
The son of perdition, hell. The son of hell. How about that? What it said, the man of sin?
And that man of sin be revealed.
How about this? Man of sin. He goes, the man of sin, the son of perdition. Go ahead, Shanya.
Verse 4. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High.
See? Antichrist. He opposes. See? Imitates. He opposes. Wants to be Yahushua. but can't be Yahushua. So he opposes the Most High. That's why everything is negative and turned upside down in society. Them saying, be a man, and you know, be a man and take care of your families and do. No, they want you to be a homo. They want you to be maybe an LGBT. They want you to get operations to put estrogen in your body and hormones to get, you know, breasts and a figure like a woman. They want you to wear clothing, woman's feminine clothing. See? They want you to be total opposite of what the Most High created you to be. And then vice versa with the woman. See? Total opposite. He opposes the Most High. So instead of you eating what the dietary law says, you're eating things that are against the dietary law. So Scripture says, a woman shall not wear that which pertains to a man. Now women are wearing all man clothing. Pants, everything. See? He opposes the Most High. Understand? Everything is just negative. The whole society. Everything. Got women in positions of leadership and all that, policemen and all that. Oppose everything. You understand?
Yeah, backwards.
Backwards. Come on. Alright, so oppose, go ahead, Shanyal.
Or that is worship, so that he, as the Most High, sitteth in the temple of the Most High.
He sitteth in the temple. Ultimately, that would be the beast, the Antichrist's goal, to sit in the temple of the Most High. Okay, that's why the Scripture says, when you see the abomination of desolation, flee ye out. When you read the history of Antiochus Epiphanes, why do you think we celebrate Hanukkah? Okay, it started with Antiochus. All right, when he came in there and desecrated the temple, they want to sit in the temple of the Most High. And then they put their idols in the temple. So in these last days, this modern day Antichrist is going to do what? The same thing. Nimrod did it. Nebuchadnezzar did it. Nimrod did it. Nebuchadnezzar did it. Nebuchadnezzar built a statue of himself. This modern day Antichrist is going to do the same thing and have everybody bow down to that statue. And that statue, if you don't bow down to it, what's going to happen? Yeah, they're going to chop your head off. During time of Nebuchadnezzar, what did he say? Into the lion's den, into the fiery flame. See? Same similar things going to happen these last days. Right? They sitteth in the temple of the Most High. In these last days, same thing going to happen. Because the Illuminati's goal is to take over the temple, take over Mount Zion of the Most High, and then rule the satanic kingdom from the temple of the Most High. Because why? They're Antichrist. They want to be like the Most High. So they want to take over the temple. They don't care about these damn churches out here. They ain't ruling from no church out here. They don't care about that. All that's deception. Their main goal is to get the temple of the Most High. But so they know that we're coming back to Mount Zion. They know ultimately we're going to come back there. They know this. And so that's why the scriptures tell you when the Antichrist is over the earth and get a hold of all the armies, he's going to truck his way right back to Jerusalem. And they're going to surround Jerusalem again. They're going to camp Jerusalem. See? And a lot of us are going to be there. Yeah.
This is just a vague question. I know it's kind of might be broad, but do we know, like, at what point in time? I know they're trying to rebuild that third temple now. But
I hear they got some parts of it already fixed, already made. Or they got the instruments. They got all the material they need for it. They got all the material for it. When they're actually going to start doing it, we don't know. Probably soon. But they got all the gold. They got all the silver. They got everything they need. So it's just a matter of time. Yeah, they got everything they need. Yeah.
But they're still off because they're in the wrong location.
How about that? Well, how do we know what location? Yeah, more likely they're going to, build it in a location where everybody thinks is Jerusalem today. Okay, so, but we'll see. We'll see, you know what I'm saying, how the Most High plays it out. But from what I understand, they got all the material that they need right now to start building. Yeah.
So do they believe that if they sit on this seat that they will have the ultimate power over
Of course. They believe, they know, the Illuminati knows that they get the seat, the temple of the Most High, the seat of the Most High. All right? And we know Mount Zion is the seat of the Most High in Yahushua. That's Mount Zion, tabernacle of David. That's where it's at. That's where it's going to be. But we know it's going to be in the real Mount Zion, not the phony one. Right? They believe they get that seat that they can take over the whole earth. And then rule the earth in Satan's realm, in Satan's way. Rule the earth, their Luciferian doctrines through Satan. Okay? So in their minds, they believe, they're determined in their minds.
Good. Good.
So we have to be the same way, right? We have to stand for the Most High's word and be determined, just like they're determined, and they're determined, because they'll kill you. You get in their way, they kill you. They don't care if you're Edomite, they don't care if they're their own kind. You get in their way, they're gonna kill you. John F. Kennedy got in their way, take him out. Reagan got in their way, but Reagan survived. But you see, after that, Reagan was like, okay, I'm sorry. I won't do it no more. You know what I'm saying? You get in their way, they kill you. They don't care who it is. All right? Just like, Chavez down there, you know what I'm saying? Got in the way, they killed him. Now look at, what, Venezuela? Now look at it. It's a chaos. It's in total chaos. Right? So who had their hand up? Okay, so finish that Shanya right quick, what you were reading. Tell them where you at.
Verse 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 4. Who opposes and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped.
Yeah, meaning that's why they have idols, right? We worship the Most High spiritually, in spirit and in truth. But they have our people worshiping idols now. See, oppose. You look, go in one of these Roman Catholic churches, there's nothing but idols in there. Nothing but idols. All right? Oppose the Most High, or that is worship. Go ahead, Chanel.
So that he, as the Most High, sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High.
Right. And ultimately, his determination is to sit in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. And that's why the scripture says, when you see this abomination and desolation, because a lot of us are going to be in Mount Zion, we're going to be in Israel. He said, Most High said, when you see that, and Yahushua showed, he said, when you see that happening, flee out. That means we got to flee back out after we didn't. Yeah. But it's not going to be for a long period of time this time. Okay, it's only going to be for like 3.5 years or so that we're going to be in the wilderness. Come? Yeah, go ahead.
It shows you how much the Most High is the power of war.
Yeah.
He makes it so that he gets a good challenge.
He gets a good challenge. How about that? Come.
Knowing that all will come in his
Yeah.
way.
How about that? Okay. And I'm going to tell you, Satan is formidable foe. He's, and a lot of brothers think, oh, I'm strong. I can handle. No, you can't, brother. You can't. You don't play around with like that side, that negative, that dark side. Don't play around with it. Buying all these books, witchcraft books and all that, thinking you're going to be able. No, don't dabble, because we had brothers who dabbled in that stuff, thinking that they were spiritual enough and strong enough in the spirit to be able to deflect it. No, you can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't. Don't even mess with it, because and ultimately, what are you doing? You're tempting the Most High when you do that. What are you tempting the Most High for? See? So don't do that. Don't go into that. I had a brother try to tell me, Barak, I need you to buy this book on demons. I said, brother, why would I want to do that? Why would I want to buy a book on it? Why would I want to even do that? I don't care about that. I mean, I don't want to know demons' names. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I have a hard enough time. I gotta get my prayer right, and now I'm gonna start calling some demon. Next thing you know, the demons show up and start talking to me. Now what am I going to do? Okay. And the demon said, you called me? I didn't mean to, man. I was just trying to test it out. How about that? Oh yeah, and they hear you. And they come. Because if when we call the Most High comes, and Yahushua comes, and the angels come, so why wouldn't the demon come? I had a brother tell me that. He said, Barak, it's just me and you, Barak, because you're the only one I think I can come to buy this book. And I want you to buy this book. I said, okay, click. That's what I said. After we hung up, that was it. I've never, it's like, come on. Don't do that, brother. But we had brothers that did that. We had brothers that tried to do that, and they messed up until this day. You know what I'm saying? Minds, psychologically, they're all screwed up. Because you conjuring up demons and they come into your house. When you open up the book, right? Boom. Even when you open the book, you ain't got to say a word. The demon is there. Because you open up the book. Just open it up. It got the name. Just open up the book and the name. That's why when you open the Most High, right? And open up the Bible, they think the angels are there. They're there. But I got news for you. The demons are there too. Demons are there too. See, so you got to remember that. So that's why you got to be in the spirit. And that's why you always got to say Yahweh Bahasham in the name of Hamashiach Yahushua. See, now them demons got to back off. See, they got to back off now. Because remember, they use the Bible in witchcraft too. You know that, right? Right. They use the Bible in witchcraft too. So you can be one of them pork chop eating preachers and have the Bible all day in your house. But what side are they dealing with? The left side, the negative side. Understand? And they have the Bible. Okay?
Good. No, the vibration of the word.
The vibration of the word. Come on. Okay, go ahead, Shanya.
Verse 5. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things.
Yeah, right? Remember what Yahushua said? This is the last time. Remember he said that in 1 John 2:18? This is the last time. So remember, I told you this. And he's telling us that today. Remember, when I was with you, I told you this. Go ahead, Up.
Verse 6. And now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time.
He has to be revealed, right? The beast has to be revealed. See? So Revelation 6:1, he has to be revealed. In order for the prophecy to happen and come to pass, he has to be revealed. And we have to see him with your eyes. What about Yahushua? Is Yahushua got to be revealed? Yes. Because those are the two, the beast, Yahushua and the beast are the two apexes of everything. Right? So the Yahushua is coming to destroy the works of the Antichrist, of the beast. Come? So Yahushua has to be revealed. Everybody got to see who Yahushua is. And then the beast, in order for Yahushua to destroy the works of Satan, the beast, he has to be revealed too. In other words, meaning the peoples of the earth got to see. You understand? Yeah. Or let him go.
Yeah, every king has someone who announces their presence.
Yeah.
The king's presence. John the Baptist.
Of course.
Yahushua. So.
Come. I think it's 1 Thessalonians 1:18. It tells you the Son of the Most High has to be revealed. The revelation of Yahushua. Okay? Go ahead, Up.
And the scary part is there's going to be Israelites who know the truth, and they're going to believe this guy.
Yeah, they're going to believe him. Yeah. That's what the scripture is saying. Go ahead, Shanya.
Verse 7. For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work.
Now, how about that? Didn't it say, read the part where it says one is? 17.
Revelation 17 verse 10. And there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and one is.
One what?
One is.
Read that again, Shanya.
Verse 7. For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work.
It does already work. It was during the time of John. And Paul was saying the same thing. It's already at work. Right? It's been at work. For thousands of years, it's been at work. And one is. And then it said one is yet to come. Okay? So, the mystery of iniquity is just not going to just all of a sudden start when the beast comes. No, the mystery of iniquity has already been in process.
Right.
You've been in it for all this time. But as far as the Antichrist himself or the beast himself, that one is going to come on the scene. When you read Revelation 6 and 1, it's going to come on the scene. Okay? Go ahead, Shanya.
Only he who now letteth will let,
Only he will now letteth will let. Go ahead.
until he be taken out of the way.
And who is the one that's going to let? Only he who now letteth will let. That's talking about the Mashiach, Yahushua, the Most High and Yahushua.
Let it happen.
And you're letting it happen. Let the prophecies happen. All right? Let the prophecies go. You can't stand in the way of prophecies, brother. The Most High will kill you. That's why a lot of times when you see all people get shot down and sometimes we want to go out there and, you know what I'm saying? But actually, what is that? That's the Most High. That's these prophecies coming. That's why as prophets, you can't get in the way of the Most High's. As a prophet, you got to know, this is the Most High's doing. Understand? And our job is to go out there and be a messenger. Speak on why these things are happening. And show scriptures why it's happening. But to try to prevent it from happening, no, don't do that. Let it happen, brother. Let it happen. The Most High got a simple-minded nigga out there need death. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he saw roll up and the police roll up and shoot him 100 times or whatever. Well, one time was what, 60 times? How many? And shoot Sean Bell 40 times?
50
Yeah. Can we get in the way of that? No, that's the Most High. Go ahead, yeah.
Judas was a perfect example. of
Yeah,
that.
there you go. Judas Iscariot. Get in the way of the Most High's prophecies. All right, what the Most High is going to bring. Okay? So go ahead, Chanel.
And then shall the wicked be revealed.
Yeah, see? The one that is yet to come. That wicked shall be revealed. The beast. Talking about the Antichrist. Go ahead, Ak.
Whom the Most High shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
See? With the spirit of his mouth is what? Huh? You hold up the Bible, right? You always hold up the Most High's word. That's how he going to consume. That's why as a prophet, you're supposed to teach the word. You don't add too much to your own thing. Maybe when it relates to what you're bringing out, but then don't go too far into your own thing. But always prophesy the word. Because actually it's the Most High's word. See, the prophecies are happening because the Bible states that it's going to happen. Because the scripture says the Most High's word does not go out in vain. All right, does not go out in vain. So it will happen. But that's what a prophet's duty is. A prophet doesn't go to the left or the right. It stays exactly on what the Most High. That's why Samuel and then they were so beloved of the Most High. Moses, they were so beloved because they did exactly what the Most High wanted. Didn't go to the right hand or to the left. And if they even thought about it, just like Samuel had, Samuel loved Saul. And Samuel was like, but the Most High, Saul, Most High said, will you leave Saul alone and let me just destroy this man? Stop it. Because that affection that he had for Saul. So the Most High had to tell Samuel, come on, stop it, that's it. I don't want Saul no more. I got the king who I want.
Done.
Now go down to Jesse's house, all right, and find the king that I want. In other words, forget Saul now. So Samuel had to accept that. He had to accept, right? So and then while Samuel is checking for who was going to be the next king, Jesse had all these sons. So Samuel is looking at the son. Okay, yeah, you can be king, but you ain't the one. He's probably way up there, right? You can be king, but you ain't the one. Next. Yeah, is that the one Moses? No, you ain't went. Next! Looking at them, all of them were able to be king. Yeah. All of them had the stature, had the intelligence, wisdom, they all had it. So, Samuel's like, the Most High, I mean, I don't see anymore. So the Most High says, no, there's one left. So Samuel had to go to Jesse and say, Jesse, where's your other sons at? You got any more sons? Yeah, but I got this. He's in the backyard doing the sheep. Even Jesse said, well, he definitely can't be the one to be king. So here comes little David. Go get David, Jesse. Here comes, and Jesse sends someone to fetch him. Here comes little David, little squirmy little guy, right? Tending the sheep. And so in Samuel's mind, that ain't the one. And so here comes the Most High again. Samuel! I'm like, that's why you got to do exactly what the Most High wants. So the Most High says, Samuel, don't look at man the way man, I don't look at man the way man looks at man. Okay? He had to tell Samuel. Because Samuel knew that can't be the king. Look at him. He's young. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't have the stature of his brothers. But he was young. Understand? They say young and ruddy looking. So Samuel again had to be reprimanded by the Most High. I look at man in the heart, in the spirit. That's what the Most High had to tell Samuel. So Samuel right then and there knew that was David. That was David going to be the next king. Okay? Understand? So the Most High looks at the spirit and the heart of a man. Okay? We look at, because we're in the flesh, we look at the stature, if he's a black belt, if he's this, if he's that, Most High don't care about none of that. Did David know? David wasn't proved to be a military man at that time. He had to be trained. He was trained. He was trained also in Saul's army. How about that? And David knew all that time when he was being trained and everything that he was going to be the next king. He knew it. But he had to wait his time. See? So that just goes to show you. So finish reading that, Shanya.
And then, verse 8, and then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Most High shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
Then shall the wicked be revealed. See? So this beast, this Antichrist, is going to be revealed. Okay, go ahead.
And shall destroy with the brightness of his
coming. With the brightness of his coming. Okay, so I'm talking about when the Mashiach comes, going to destroy the works of the beast, the Antichrist. Go ahead, Al.
Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders.
Right, and that's the beast, that's the Antichrist. So his works, the Antichrist's works is after he gets his authority from Satan, the spiritual Satan. Come? That's how he gets his authority. All right? Go ahead, Shanya.
And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of truth.
Right, so like the brother right, was saying, even Israelites, brothers that know that they're Israel, are going to be deceived.
Good.
Okay, a lot of brothers are going to be deceived. Even brothers that know they're Israel and everything, going to be deceived. Okay, with all deceivableness. And them that don't have the love of the truth. All right? And the faith that you're supposed to acquire. See? It's coming down to your strict faith in the Mashiach Yahushua. That's what it's coming down to. And a lot of brothers, come in and out, and they're about and they're all over the place, and and they talk a good game. See? What the Most High say, you talk. You talk like you're near the Most High, but your heart is what? Far from the Most High. Well, that's Israel, isn't it? Those brothers in the truth. They talk a good game, don't they? But their heart is not there. Even though they know that they're Israelites, they can break down scriptures, all that, but their heart is not there. Understand? So it's going to manifest itself. That's why the Most High said, them that say, Lord, Lord. And they're in the streets prophesying. Lord, I prophesied in your name. See? But Yahweh is going to come up and say, depart from me because you are a worker of iniquity. That's why he's going to say that. And these brothers say, I prophesied in your name. Yeah. But your heart is far from the Most High. You're about iniquity. So that's got to manifest too. Did that prophecy come to pass yet? No. Did it come to pass? So that's going to manifest itself. So that's why it's that strict faith. That faith that only comes with love. You know that, right? That kind of faith only comes with the love. How big is your love towards the Most High? The magnitude of your love towards the Most High. That type of faith not too many people have. Understand? So the type of love where if someone's going to try to force you to eat pork, you'd rather die than eat the pork. I'm talking about that type of love, brother. I'm talking about that type of love. Do you understand? If someone try to force you to go against the commandment of Most High and they try to force you and try to threaten your life, you're like, okay, you got to take my life. That type of love. That's what it's coming down to. Okay? Real quick.
Barak, when there's no more food stamps, the only thing you can eat is pork.
Yeah. Yeah. How about that, huh? See? Understand? But the Most High did say, he said, in the last days, they shall hunger, but ye shall eat.
Yeah.
See? But you got to show that faith, and that faith comes out of love of the Most High.
And we have to be careful too because there's fish out there that we don't know is not for us to eat. It's called swai.
Yeah, all that stuff, yeah.
It's a catfish.
Okay.
What?
Swai, S-W-A-I. It's
Yeah.
a catfish. And you wouldn't know.
Okay, and Shanya, just give me a few more of that.
And with all deceivableness of righteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of truth.
See? Love of the truth. Not that you are in here just going over the motions. Understand? Some people just show the motions like they really, as if they really love the Most High, have faith. They really don't. They're going through the motions. You can come to a high holy day, but do you really love the Most High? You really love the high holy days and ceremonial laws of the Most High? Or are you just going through the motions, making yourself appear that you are in the word, in the truth? Understand? So, go ahead, Shanya.
That they might be saved. Verse 11. And for this cause the Most High shall send them strong delusion.
See, a strong delusion. Go ahead.
That they should believe a lie.
They're going to believe a lie. And this beast, this Antichrist, is going to come with that lie.
Yeah.
Right? Because the beast, the Antichrist is going to come with what? Spiritual power. Going to make you think the Most High is with him. Spiritual power, going to spiritual power. And that spiritual power is going to deceive a lot of people. A lot of people. Okay? They're going to have power to do a lot of things. It's going to be on the left-hand side, but it's going to be power nonetheless. Okay? They'll have power to even bring things to life and all that too. Okay? Okay, go ahead, Shanya.
That they all might be damned who believe not the truth.
Yeah, see? You're damned. See? Meaning you're condemned if you believe not the truth. Okay? Go ahead, Al.
But had pleasure in unrighteousness.
Yeah, they have pleasure in unrighteousness. So that's enough of that, but I just want to show you there are a lot of our people in the word of truth or in Israel, know the Israelites, but they still have pleasure in unrighteousness. Come? And that's why the Most High is going to have them be deceived. If a prophet be deceived, the Most High deceived that prophet. Okay, come? So you're going to see a lot of that. So now, when you go back to Revelation 12:3, now remember what he just read in 2 Thessalonians, right, you know?
Yeah.
It was 2:3 on down. It was talking about a man of sin, right? It was talking about a man of sin. So remember, that individual, the one that not yet, the one that's not yet. The one, there was one that is and one that not yet to come. That man of sin. Come? And it tells you in Revelation 13, 18. 3, one more time.
Revelation chapter 12 verse 3. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns.
Okay, so the 7 heads, those are the 7 heads. The ones, the antichrists throughout history, and at one time they were kings or emperors or whatever, at one time in history. Okay? But 5 had fallen. One was during the time that John was writing the book of Revelation, and then one is not yet to come. And that's the one that you read in Revelation 6 and 1. The beast, the Antichrist. Okay, coming on a white horse, and he has a crown on his head. Notice that these have crowns on their heads. The 7 heads here in Revelation 12 and 3 have crowns on their heads. So they were in a position of authority and leadership. Okay? And the 10 horns, Revelation 17, what was it? Revelation 17
16.
is 16, right? And the 10 horns, right? Okay. Go ahead. Read that. You read it. Yeah, Revelation
Starting out
17 and 16.
17, 16. Revelation 17, 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore.
About that. See?
And
I tell you what.
Well, it's the first 10.
Okay. You read 10, right?
Oh, verse 12.
Either verse 12, yeah, go ahead. Read from 12.
Revelation 17, verse 12. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings.
See? Are they individuals? Yes, they are. Come. These 10 kings are going to be groomed pretty much out of the Illuminati, the Jesuit, Roman Catholic Church. They're going to be groomed. And they're going to be given 10 regions of the earth. Hey, Zaquan, show the map right there. Can you do that? They're going to be given 10 regions of the earth to rule. All right? And these 10 regions, let's see if I do have it. Okay. These 10 regions let me just show you, are going to encompass the whole earth. These 10 kings are going to be out from the order of the Roman Catholic Church, the Jesuit order, Illuminati. They're going to rule this whole earth, and they're going to be given 10 regions, and they're going to be selected. Whoever these 10 men are. Okay? And read that part again one more time. Tell them where you're at.
Revelation chapter 17, verse 12. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings.
See, 10 horns mean powers. Horns means power, so they're going to be given power. Who's going to give them this power? Who's going to be their emperor? Who's going to be their leader? The Antichrist. And he's going to select these 10 men who he's going to choose to run this whole earth, brother. Okay? Go ahead, up.
Which have received no kingdom as yet.
They didn't receive their kingdom yet. All right? But they probably already have it in mind who they want. You understand? Why did they receive a kingdom as yet? Because they're waiting for who? The Antichrist. He has to be given the authority first. Then he's going to choose who he wants to be over. Okay, go ahead, up.
But receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast.
They're going to receive power with 1 hour with the Antichrist. Okay? And we know an hour with the Most High could be, let's say, the 7-year tribulation period. How long that? Okay? So 1 hour with the beast, the Antichrist. Okay, go ahead, up.
These shall make war with the land.
They're going to make war with who?
The land.
The Mashiach Yahushua. So these 10, all right, kings, and the beast is going to be their leader, going to make war with Yahushua. They already got it planned out. They know Yahushua is coming to deliver and redeem Israel. They know it. All right? They know it already. All right? That's why they got Trump doing what he's doing. That's why in their plans, they got only like 3 nations that they got to bring under the Illuminati plans. One of them was Iran, Korea, and I think it's Russia. I believe it's Russia. They said those are only 3 left. And you know Trump already went to North Korea, didn't he?
Yeah.
How all of a sudden no other president was able to get them damn North Koreans was able to go over there? All of a sudden Trump is the only one able to go over there? Trump is an idiot. But he was able to go over there and talk to the North Korean president. So I wonder what happened. Maybe they made a deal. Maybe, you know, the Illuminati made a deal. They come on under, man. We'll take you out. Come on under. If you don't, we'll bring economic chaos. And, you know, that's how the Illuminati do, right? And so once they get the rest, they got everybody. They got the whole earth. They got everybody else. From what I understand, there's only like 3 left. All right. So once they get the whole earth under them, they're going to choose who their leader is going to be. And it's going to be the Antichrist. Then they're going to choose. They already got the 10 regions pegged out. And number 1 is America, Canada, and Mexico. So Trump was talking about a wall, right?
Yeah.
But under the Illuminati plans, that wall ain't gonna mean diddly squat.
Done.
Because they have as number 1 America, Canada, and Mexico. They got this as the number 1 of the 10 regions. All right, they got this as number 1. So what the hell is Trump need with a wall for? So Trump is pushing a wall, but in the hierarchy of the Illuminati, they don't really care about that damn wall. They don't care about it, brother. They don't care about that wall. That's just like the Most High said, if Satan be divided against Satan, how can he stand? You know, amongst the rankings of the Illuminati world elite, they're divided too. Because maybe there's another part of the Illuminati that want that wall. But then other parts of the higher ranking Illuminati, they don't want it. See? So that's why a lot of times when you see Trump speaking, who do you see behind him? Bunch of Jesuit priests with their collars. Yeah. I'm like, why are they there? What is Jesuit priests with the collar, you know, their collars on? What are they there for? Showing you who's running everything. So, North America, Canada, America, and Mexico is one of the first regions. And one of the kings going to be ruling this. Then you got South America is number 2. Then you got Australia, New Zealand, number 3. And it goes on down. Western Europe, number 4. Eastern Europe, number 5. Japan, number 6. South Asia, number 7. Central Asia, number 8. North Africa, Middle East, number 9. And then the remainder of Africa, number 10. 10 regions. 10 kings. They're going to give that power to. Okay? And the authority is going to come from the beast. He's going to give them their okay to rule these nations, those regions of the earth. Okay, go ahead, read on.
Verse 13. These have one mind.
And they have one mind. Go ahead.
And shall give their power and strength unto the beast.
And they're going to give all their power and strength unto the Antichrist, the beast.
These shall.
So where is Congress going to be? Congress ain't going to have no power. They don't have no power now. Trump doing pretty much what he wants to do. They can't understand it, right? Trump said, okay, you don't want to give me the money? Government shutdown. And what is Congress doing? Nothing. They can't do nothing about it. Trump, what are you doing? People got to go to work. They got to eat. They got to. Trump don't care. They don't care, bro. When it comes down to it, they don't care. The elite is on a mission. Just like we should be on a mission too, right? to get Mount Zion back, to redeem, you know, and build this nation back. We should be on a mission. That should be on your mind, nothing else. Yeah, go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, Prince, and for whatever reason, I see this here. Like he says that he can put the executive order where he can get money,
Yeah,
but that money is for crisis.
exactly.
So
But that's why they're using the word crisis. You notice that, Doc?
Yeah.
so if he draw that money from there to build the wall, and then when crisis come, he can easily say, well, we don't have no money.
We don't have no money now. How about that?
If that's the plan.
But you notice in every interview, the vice president, the president, other White House staff, crisis. The crisis at the wall. The crisis, you know, the immigrants coming over the wall. That's a humanitarian crisis. No, it's not. It's not a crisis. They send 1,000 troops over there. Crisis? What crisis? Send 1,000 troops with AK-47s, machine guns, and tanks. Crisis over. In an hour. Ain't no crisis. Using the word. Okay? And more than likely, he probably gonna play that trump card. Where he gonna use that, what they call it? That money?
For the wall?
Yeah, for the wall. Executive order.
Executive order.
That executive order.
He said he gonna wait to see.
He gonna wait to see.
Yeah.
But he knows he's playing his trump card.
Right.
That's why they call him Trump. But he's playing that card because he knows if they don't give him the money, he's gonna do that. So he's just waiting to see. Isn't that something? So which means he's gonna do it anyway. Regardless. He's gonna do it anyway. Okay? Go ahead, Up.
Verse 14. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them.
Yeah, see? Prophecy. So what are we worried about? Yahweh Shai said, I'm gonna overcome. They're gonna do all this. Right? Split the earth, 10 regions, 10 kings. The beast is going to give them the authority. They're going to do all that, all this politics and all that to take over the whole earth. And Yahweh Shai said, well, I'm going to overcome you anyway. So it doesn't matter what you do. Yeah. You can go through all that, have executive orders and all this. It doesn't matter what you do. I'm overcoming you. See? Go ahead, Up.
For he is the Lord of lords and King of kings.
See? Yahweh Shai, over everything. Lord of lords, King of kings. Okay, it's being played out this way. This way is being played out. Okay, go ahead, Up.
And they that are with him are called and chosen.
See, that's why the Most High plays it out this way, because the Most High, when everybody see, he's the one really running everything. And so if the people who are bowing down to idol gods and worshiping idol gods, they can see it's the Mashiach Yahweh Shai. See, because there are people who think America can't be brought down. America's powerful. America's powerful. Got a military, got, you know what I'm saying, economic galore, money galore everywhere, and it's powerful, all right? And so they think America can't be brought down. That's why the scripture says, Pharaoh, for the same reason, I've risen thee up. Look at America. Who can bring America down? Who can bring the Roman Catholic Church down? They got pedophiles and everything in the Roman Catholic Church, but they're not brought down. Yeah, they may pay you off because, you know, your son was molested by one of them damn wicked-ass popes. But you can't bring them down. Who's going to bring them down, see? So it's got to take a spiritual force to bring them down. That's why the Yahweh Shai said, I'm not meeting you like a regular man. What am I going to meet you like that for? All right? Because Esau deals with the spirit of Satan, another spiritual force. So that's why Yahweh said, I'm not going to meet you as a man, because I'm fighting the spiritual forces of Satan. That's why the scripture says, and at that time Michael shall stand up for the people. It shall be war in heaven. That's literal. It's not just talking about, you know, in the sky or whatever. It's talking about literally in the spiritual world, it's going to be war. So if it's going to be war in the spiritual world, and Satan's going to be cast down into the earth, what do you think is coming to the earth? War. Yeah. Remember, it first starts there, then it comes down into the earth. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot the Edomite's name. He played in Batman. He got an award.
Christian
He gave
Bale.
praises to Satan with the award.
Yeah, I seen that.
He said what?
He gave praises to Satan.
Satan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about that?
Batman.
Golden Globes.
Yeah. That's all. Batman is a demon. It's a bat. a vampire, a demon, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's a demon. So all these Marvel studio comic strip movies, it's all representing Satan. All of it. Representing Satan. All of it. All right? Okay, go ahead, Ak.
And they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful.
Yeah, see? They that are with him, meaning from the angels on down to the chosen, the 12 tribes of Israel, our people. Those that are with him are called and faithful, that are chosen. Go ahead, Ak.
Verse 15. And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest where the horse sitteth are peoples and multitudes.
Yeah, see? Peoples and multitudes, the waters where thou sittest are peoples and multitudes. John is seeing his vision now. So the waters represent peoples and nations and multitudes. Okay, Khan, go ahead.
And nations and tongues. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore.
How about that? See, the 10 horns, again, that are upon the beast, all right, because they support the beast. Okay, Khan, they support the beast. And the beast is the one's going to give them all their authority. They're going to, all of a sudden, they're going to hate the whore. And the whore is who?
Great city Babylon.
Right, the Roman Catholic Church, which is Babylon the Great also. Okay? America's Babylon the Great, and the Roman Catholic Church is Babylon the Great also. America is just a military might of Babylon. The Roman Catholic Church is what? The religious faction or might of Babylon. When they come together, that's why the Roman Catholic Church uses the CIA as their protectors. All right? The CIA is really working for the Illuminati and the Roman Catholic Church. They're not, they don't work for America. They don't care about America.
Right.
They don't care nothing about America.
Right.
Nothing. All right? They're working for the elite. Those are their bosses. Okay? They don't care nothing about America. Okay? But ultimately, the 10 horns and the beast are going to hate the whore, which is the Roman Catholic Church. And that's in prophecy too, because why? Ultimately, they're going to find out that they don't need the Roman Catholic. They don't need that religious body no more. They're not going to need it. That's why in that movie, what is it, Angels and Demons? They showed a nuclear bomb being about to drop on the Roman Catholic Church. They're gonna destroy it, which is the Vatican, from the Vatican City. They're gonna destroy it. Because why? The ultimate goal of the Illuminati is to take over the whole earth and then choose one man as their leader. So what would they need with the Roman Catholic Church for? Now, or the religion. They're not going to need the religion no more. You understand? They're not going to need Christianity no more. Because now they have their one emperor or leader or imperialistic leader, which is the beast. They're not going to need religions and all that to deceive people no more. They're going to want everybody to bow down to that beast. You understand? So that's why they're gonna hate the whore and they're gonna destroy the Vatican. They're not gonna need it no more. Okay? Yeah.
The religious part already established what they had to do.
Yeah, it's already been established.
Holding the people.
Right. Exactly. Okay? So that's it for that right there, and then we would go back to Revelation 12, and we could probably leave it right there. Because where do we leave off at?
We read verse 3.
Verse 3, right. Okay. Okay, just read 4 and then that'll be it. And that'll be it.
Revelation chapter 12 verse 4. And his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven.
Whose tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven? Whose tail? In verse 3 it's talking about
The red dragon.
right. So whose tail drew the third part?
The red dragon.
Satan. Satan's tail drew the third part of the stars. What? He even drew the angels with him?
That's the
The third part of what?
nation
The
of
nation come.
that's not
The earth.
Huh? Yes. Other angels that follow
Come.
demonic.
Oh.
Demons.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah. Demons. When that war goes on in heaven and Satan is cast into the earth, where the demonic forces, where they gonna go? They coming with him.
Oh, right.
They're coming with him, right? Where else they gonna go?
Con.
It's not just gonna be Satan himself, but it's gonna be all those demonic forces with him. How about that, huh?
That's how the Antichrist is going to have that power.
Yeah. How about that? Think about it. Hold on, put your hand down. How about that? Okay. So he drew the third part of the stars of heaven. Go ahead, Op.
And did cast him to the earth.
And did, see? And they're cast to the earth. Okay. Go ahead, Op.
And the dragon stood before the woman, which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as it was born.
Right. And the dragon stood before the woman is Israel, which was ready to be delivered, right? Was ready to be delivered to devour. So the woman, remember the woman is with child, she travailed in birth. The woman is Israel. For to devour her child as soon as it was born. And where else do you read something similar to that? When Mary. Remember when Herod?
Yeah.
Herod gave the order when the wise men didn't return back. He gave the order to the wise men to do what? Find this child. Not so much he could worship the child and you know what I'm saying? And bring gifts to the child. Herod wanted what? He wanted the wise men to tell him where the child is so he can go come and kill it. Understand? So it's similar to that. Same. Look at Herod like a type of Antichrist. Right? A type of Antichrist. And giving the order to devour the child as soon as it was born. But then the Most High showed the wise men in the vision not to come back, not to go back to Herod. And so they never went back to Herod. And so then Herod knew something was up when they didn't return back. Then he gave the order to do what? He gave the order to the military to do what? Kill all the children from 1 to 2, 2 on down. Yeah. And there's a great cry in Jerusalem was heard. Yeah. Said Rachel's children. Yeah. Okay, it was heard crying. Yeah, because that's understand? Your son and your son, basically the male children, being killed. They just went all through Judea and everything, it's killing. Okay. Okay, so that's it. That's it right there. All right, and we'll finish the rest next time. Okay.
Right.
Okay. So Shabbat Shalom. We'll finish the rest next time.